Hey church, we are wrapping up our summer series this coming Sunday at Seven Creeks Church right here in Burnet, Texas. And what a journey it's been. Who would have thought that actually we would have learned so much in the summertime or in the summer season, from our own personal baggage all the way through just navigating things. But last week we talked about getting out of the boat. Or I could say, because football season's getting off the sidelines, or coming off the sidelines and get in the game, taking a risk. That's exactly what Peter did. He asked Lord Jesus, command me and I will come to you. And Jesus said, come. And what an invitation that is. What a command that is. And Peter, remember, he gets a little bit of grief for sinking, right? Because he took his eyes off Jesus and it put him on the wind and the waves, and he got distracted and he started to sink. Well, at least Peter got out of the boat, right? 11 disciples stayed in the boat, and Peter was like, hey, I'll command me and I'll go and I'll come to you, Lord. So what an invitation / command is what I call it. Well, let me ask you this. Do you ever get stuck in a rut, or just kind of caught up in the rut of the mundane? I call it the theology of the mundane. Well, we're going to look at that this week. And if we think about the theology of the mundane, there's an everyday reality that comes with it. When summer fades out, the rut of fall kind of returns. You look at, if you're a parent and you got kids in school, you're prepping lunches, the work schedule gets back to a little bit more of a thing. Alarm clocks are now going off on a regular basis if you're a sleeper inner. Repetitive work weeks, because vacation kind of tapers off, those types of things. And if you're into chores, kind of like we got around here at any given moment, they become, kind of endless at times. Well, culture tells us that our lives should be a highlight reel. They only matter if it's on and it gets 10,000 views or whatever it is. Well, the reality, and that word reality is used a lot because that's what's true. That is what is actually happening. And I feel like we can end up feeling disconnected from who God is and his character. Well, I want to breathe life into that this Sunday and say, you know what? The Zechariah reference that we're going to use in chapter 4, verse 10 speaks to this. The Colossians chapter 3, verses 23 through 24 speaks to this. And it's not about despising small beginnings, but it's actually working for the Lord. The things that we may find mundane and repetitive, what if we're actually working and we're pursuing the Lord in all that? That's what I want to breathe life into. I want that to change our perspective and how we see things. I want us to have a launch pad this Sunday into the fall and our upcoming series, which I'm not going to reveal just yet, but you'll learn about it soon enough. That God is just as present right here, right now in the mundane that you're walking through as he is in all the highlight reels and such. So don't lose sight of Jesus. Stay focused on him. Don't get distracted by all the other stuff going on, and work for him. I'll see you guys this coming Sunday right here in Burnet, Texas at Seven Creeks Church.